Hi Cancer, happy early birthday and welcome back to the Astrology 33 channel. This is your mid-June 2024 love reading. Thank you to those of you who like, viewed, shared, and subscribed to the channel. I appreciate all of that. For those of you new to the channel, of course what we have in front of us, it's what I call the bridge the gap spread. And the way it works is look at the past, present, and future energies between you and your main love interest. Once we get through all that, we'll pull some oracle cards as well for some additional insight. That's where the bridge the gap dynamic comes into play. And as far as the decks being used, on the left side we have the Lover's Path Tarot. On the right side we have the Romantic Tarot. And also keep in mind it's a general reading, so I'm going to be referring to the cards on the left as the energy and the cards on the right as the other person's. If you feel like it's a way around in your situation, then definitely trust that. Alright, so with all that out of the way, we'll get started. Past energy on your side, we have the Five of Cups. So this is actually a Scorpio energy here, and it could just be saying that you might have been still recovering from past disappointment within your love lives, and because of that, you might have not really seen the potential for any one-to-one relationships in the past. Alright, past energy on their side, we have the Page of Pentacles. So yeah, this could just be saying that maybe this person could have still been trying to charm you, right? So, like I said, even though it looks like you were in a bit of a darker place in the past and maybe not feeling too optimistic around love, this person might have still been trying to bring you out of your shell in the past. All right, present energy on your side, we have the Princess of Cups. So this is the equivalent of the Page of Cups, and to me this says that you might feel your feelings for this person starting to grow, but at the same time, again, it looks like there's still reluctance to express those feelings, right? To give the emotions a chance around the situation. So we do see her back turned to the cards on the side, right? We do see the birds, though, pointing in that direction. So to me, this says that maybe you're communicating with this person, but as far as, opening up in an emotional way, it looks like you're still holding back from that at this time. All right, present energy on their side, we have the King of Cups. So this is Scorpio energy here. We see from the body language they're pointed toward the cards on that side. And this could just be saying that they might be a little bit controlled with how they express their feelings, right? So if we think of the liquid as representing emotions there, as it often does, and we see they're pouring a very specific amount, right? So it could just be one of those things where maybe they see that you're not fully open, right? So maybe they're trying to be a little bit more measured with how much they express emotionally, still observing you, trying to, pick up on your cues to see if it's okay to be more open or not. So they might be holding back a little bit. I don't necessarily feel it's for a deceptive reason, but again, looks like they're still trying to take the lead in the connection, and you still might be a little bit resistant toward them. And future energy on your side, we have tradition. So this is the equivalent of the Hierophant in traditional tarot, and that's actually a Taurus energy. So yeah, it could just be one of those things where it's good for one to be saying that maybe you guys have been friends for a while, so maybe that was part of why you've been reluctant to explore it at another level. But if not, that could just be saying, given that we do see the names Romeo and Juliet on the card, could just be saying that maybe there's something about the connection that is a little bit forbidden, and maybe that's why you've been holding back on it as well. But either way, it looks like you will be more open to taking things to the next level in the future. All right, and future energy on their side, we have the Queen of Pentacles. So this is a Capricorn energy here. So yeah, it could just be saying that, after a while of them trying to bring you out of your shells, it looks like it could just be saying that they might start to shift to where they might want to have you be more expressive toward them for a while, So it could just be one of those things where you feel like, okay, well, I've been trying to get through the Cancer for a while. It doesn't really seem like they've been expressing much interest, and then they just might get to the point where, like, okay, well, the ball's in their court. I'll let them come to me, All right, bottom of the deck on your side, we have the 10 of Arrows. So yeah, another indicator that you guys might have gone through an ending in the past where, like I said, it seems like because of that, you seemed like you were really reluctant to open up. As far as romance goes, maybe this could just be saying that at some point you will come forward to express that to this person, right? To give them a little bit more context on the situation. And that's a Gemini card too, so it could also just be saying that as we progress through Gemini season, you might finally feel like you're ready to put that past pain behind you. And bottom of the deck on their side, we have the Devil. So yeah, this could just be saying that for some of you, maybe there are things that maybe they need a lot of attention, right? So that could be part of where there was a bit of a disconnect too, right? Because obviously, if you're going through your own situation and you don't really have the energy to give, right? It could just be one of those things where now, as the connection progresses more, you might start to come to the realization. So this is almost an amped up version of what I was saying with the Queen of Pentacles, right? Which is to say that they might get to a point where they shift to say, okay, well, I was putting an effort toward Cancer for a while. Now I'm going to let them take the lead and put in the effort toward me, So the only thing there is obviously, hopefully, they wouldn't take that to the extreme, where they feel like they constantly want you to be putting in the work and paying the attention and not really reciprocating. But I don't see it getting to that extreme for most of you, but at least it could just be saying that there might be a potential issue for a while. Alright, next we'll see what we get from Oracle cards. First we'll see what we get from Messages of Oracle card deck. I'm just going to pull a single card from this one. Oh, got one there. Okay, and next we'll see what we get from the Wisdom Oracle deck. Same situation. Just going to pull a single card from this deck. Then we'll read the messages from both cards and wrap the reading up with that. Alright, and that didn't want to go back in the deck. So first we'll see what we got from the Messages of Love. Alright, we have Obstacles. Let's see if we get that to focus a little better. There we go. It says unhealed wounds are blocking forward movement. Well, yeah, I mean, I will say at the very least, given what we were talking about with the Five of Cups, rather, and then even really in the Princess of Cups, where we said maybe the feelings might be starting to grow a little bit, but you still don't necessarily feel like you're open to expressing them. I do see how that does seem to fit with the theme of what we were talking about with the main spread. But let's see. Okay, from the Wisdom Oracle, we have Thinker. There's the artwork, and the number's 44. So we'll see what this has to say. Alright, the relationship message says, love is not logical, but when you choose a partner, it is good to have things in common other than desire. This is a time to weigh the pros and cons of your partnership. If there is enough common ground, go for it. If not, there are other fish in the sea. Don't force it to work. And should others tell you who they are, take them at their word. Now is not the time to indulge in a fantasy. No matter what, in this case, the facts are the facts. So yeah, definitely an interesting message there, right? And maybe that's part of where you're approaching it from too, right? Where, like we said, it looks like you are trying to take things pretty slow, as far as it looks like you're still a little bit blocked off and not really necessarily open to it. But I mean, for what it's worth, seeing the traditional card in the future position does look like that, for the majority of you anyway, it looks like you will be open to the connection as time passes on. Like we said, the only thing to look out for is with this at the bottom of the deck, maybe you'll start to see over time that maybe this person might just require a lot of attention, and then it'll come down to whether or not you feel like you'd have that to give or not. But hopefully it resonated for you guys. Once again, happy early birthday, and I'll see you all next month. All right, bye.